big welcome to you, Libra. So the sun is in Taurus, an earth sign, a grounded sign. So when the sun is shining onto the moon, right, through Taurus, it gives you, Libra, a very grounded energy because you're up in the air. You're air, and you're the swords, and you're space, and you are not very, if you ascendant, right, it's not in the earth sign, you have a difficulty bringing things down here on planet earth. And this is what we have to learn when we're here on the earthly plane, able to function, able to pay our bills, able to live our life. Then we can also bring those spiritual messages that come to you, we can bring them down here into this dimension. And that's what Taurus is literally showing us, right? In the Hermetic Tarot, the original, or one of the oldest one, the Golden Dawn, the Secret Brotherhood of the Golden Dawn, was formed 1888, 3 times the 8, infinity. And 3 is the power chakra. But as you can see, the hexagram here, the triangle that's pointing down is are the messages, and the triangle that's pointing upwards is showing us be strong, be stable, right? The triangle that's pointing upwards, we human form a triangle upwards with these 3 stages, 3 rings in the pentagram, right? The pentagram is the first, is the card number 5, of course, but also is that human existence that can reach up into a higher consciousness. And then number 5 in the tree of life is Gevura. Gevura means you build a certain strength or even a severity to get through the human conditionings, sufferings, right? Whatever comes when we are humans, right? There's all these emotions. So Edgar Waite was in the Secret Brotherhood, brought his tarot 1910. Aleister Crowley was in the Secret Brotherhood, finished his 1944, but published it 1969. And you can see here the little pentagram inside where his heart is. This human, he is here for the human, right? The fixed sign in the corner. Then I have, of course, for you this card, which is the Peacemaker. I don't have the English card here, it's a German card, and it's meditation through between the self and the world. You are communicating, you are sharing, right? Inner peace is living to the outside, and you can see she stands here in front of a forest, right? It's finished. It's kind of like I'm sitting on a throne. People don't feel like connected to that anymore. The spiritual doesn't need to be brought into almost a decadence, right? It's this natural church that is through the native Indian brought to us. Here again, the Handel Tarot, he brought the Hebrew and the rune letters on it as a bringing the differences between the German and the Jewish culture into a peaceful, right, peaceful combination, because you're the peacemaker. You can do that, right? The church is supposed to make peace with all of the religions. Doesn't matter what they're called. So here he is with his 2 other people. He's listening to his concerns. He's listening to his prayers. He's wise. He's guided by a higher light. right? So that's to Taurus. And of course my yoga position coming down, the light is coming down. When we bow down, then we are in the forward bend, and the head, the two hands and the 2 feet are that what makes the star, the pentagram, are pointing down into the pentagram, right? This little, the symbolism that I showed you here in the chest of the Hierophant, the star, the 5-pointed star. The 3 steps, when I come up, it's the red arrow. It's that active path going up and passive path coming down. It's almost the light, doesn't need to do anything. Also, when I bow down, I am completely there, bowing down to the earth, which is what you understand, my dear Taurus. I mean, right, the Taurus understands that, but this is for you, Libra. So then we have your cards, and of course you know that the balance, right? You're the justice, but Aleister Crowley called you not justice. He says you're precise. He made the card, not the card number 11, he made it the card number 8. He changed it. Here in the old tradition, it's the card number 11. He also made it card 11, and he wanted to kind of tell us, no, it's not the card number 11, but from the perspective of the zodiac signs, it's not, because the Leo, he switched it with the Leo. Leo cannot be on the 11, right? Because Leo comes after Cancer. There is something that's not working for me because I go with the zodiac signs unless Libra comes earlier before Virgo. So I feel like it's something is not right, and so I moved it right into this group, and I didn't put it into the other cards with the Leo. So you can see we have white and black, the yin and yang. We have Venus, right, the symbol of Venus, the symbol of Saturn, which is the dark, and this is the light, which is perfectly shown in this drops, almost like from the yin and yang. It looks like, right, seeds. That's what it is, right? There's a black seed, there's a white seed, and within this seed is again the opposite always. Through the black and white we have contrast, and through the contrast we can see a story. She holds the scale up with her left hand, and it's always her left hand that is more the feminine, the intuitive. The right hand is the masculine, the brain that can discern, that can say, yes, this is not just, right? So, as you can see, here she stands on her tiptoes. She's the harlequin. Aleister Crowley says she's the partner to the fool. Here in this tarot, you harmony, and it's an old couple that's holding this beautiful scenery, right? It's almost like they're saying, we protect the land, we protect everything, we live together within this world, we're all one. And the sentence here is, God works through me, harmony and balance between humans and nature, hold balance between human and nature. Then here, Handel, Hermann Handel is German. He created, of course, that which Aleister Crowley, he created the 11th card, the balance, but he put 8 eyes of the, what's his name? Peacock, right? And again, we see the Hebrew word and the rune. Rune is the old German language, and Runen or Raunen, that's what we do when we speak a little softer or we whisper, and it's basically we whisper spells. That's in the for you when I say I'm spelling, right? A spell is that I bring a magnetic energy towards you or over you. When I say something, I can put a spell on you. And spelling is when you say the words of the letters of a word. So he kind of brings that into a beautiful combination. For me, you are in the position, a balance, right? A very feminine, again, standing on your tiptoes, standing on the arc, standing in front of the cross of the Venus symbol, which is at the same time also making the Wheel of Fortune, which is coming after two pillars of the waning and waxing moon, the sun, with the sword coming into the third eye. But she holds her hands in Namaste, and if she's in her center, she holds the scale literally here. Down here we are humans, this is New York again, and the energy when the sword hits her third eye, right, there is this energy. In another card I actually also added the symbol of the yin and the yang, but I felt like it was maybe a little bit too much. It was getting too crowded, too much. I'm not sure yet, I'm still working on these cards, so as you know, right, it takes a while. If you're born between September 12th and October 12th, you are the Queen of Swords, right? That's your card. You cut off the eagle with the sword. She sits on her throne with the butterfly crown and one bird above her. And again, it's her right hand that is holding the sword, and it's her left hand that is leading the clouds from her hips on, forms because all the queens are water and air, that creates clouds. Here again, she sits all the way up in the clouds. And here, of course, she is the Queen of Swords. She is the power place of the arrows. The liberator is creating, right? Is creating her magic, and she's here where three sit with her, and she's praying up to the sun. In the handle, you are Nuit. Nuit is a French word for the night. And Nuit, the queen, the goddess of the sky, she is connected to the stars, and she is the mother of Isis and Osiris and Set. And she is one of the oldest goddesses in Egypt. As you can see, she's also bringing the dead into her afterlife, and I see all these little crossings above her. And then there is 1, 2, 3 stages again, right, as we can see with the Hierophant, 3 stages, 1, 2, 3. So it's very interesting. There is this combination that is playing today in evolving, in growing, in, right, reaching up in this, through this red arrow, right? I want to show you, I have new cards. I have the Mystical Moments Oracle and the Mystical Tarot. They're in German. The English is not out yet, or is out, but it's difficult to get. So I will do it with the German, right? I think we will be fine. So what I'm gonna do is, I am already shuffled, but I wanted you to see, and I want to get an oracle card, and I do it 11, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So I will take the card from the bottom. Consciousness, right? Because it's the German word Bewusstsein, consciousness. To be conscious, rather, right? Because they made a separation here. Because it can be written as one word, but in two it's more that you are conscious. So the beautiful thing is when we look in a card, we allow the pictures to reach deep into our subconscious. And this is what I want you to do, right? To look at this, to see what do you feel when you also, of course, combine it with this one word, right? Conscious, to be conscious. So she has this beautiful flower behind her, and she has this leaf almost like a bag, and it's this flower, the drops that come into the bag, and she's basically a mediator to the earth. The little bird is sitting up here. It's almost like he's whispering her. These plants, animals, all are here that she's united with. And she's almost like a mediator, which is what you are, right? So that she's helping the earth to be fruitful, so that the drops fall right. It's the number 13, which makes the number 4. So I have to translate, so let's see how that goes. To be conscious, the sentence here are to face your fears, to be conscious, and to realize. In this card we see a woman which collects big raindrops in her basket, leaf basket. This morning dew girl symbolizes the receiving and the acceptance of all sorrows and problems. She is asking us to share our feelings and fears with others. We can speak to a person of the heart about it, instead of burying the emotions within. At the same time, she shows us her strength, that we are capable to step up and face the challenges and the fears, to recognize what's behind the fear, and to become one with the shadow. Become strong enough to go from the dark into the light, to recognize your true self. Wow, beautiful. I would have not thought of that, but I guess now we know that all these drops are tears. So maybe you're crying, and like I said, everything that comes down is actually something that we're letting go. So it's meant to be that you are letting go this month, and that you are finally growing up, that you finally realize that you're part of a big system. Because you are, as Libra, right, you are connected with Venus. So for you, harmony in relationship is very important. You like to be in a relationship, you like to make it beautiful. And you are very honest, you're very direct, you sometimes almost too much, right? You're exactly what I painted here. It's like if you're not exactly in your center, then the whole thing, you will fall off. So it's quite a responsibility to stay here in this place. But this responsibility is up to you. How much do you want to understand that you're part of a big cycle, part of a big responsibility? And this is between you, right? Between the male and the female. It's not that you can rely on a partner. You have to rely on yourself. So maybe you were relying too much on a partner, and now you realize that this is not working. 7 of coins, which was reversed because it fell down and the way I picked it up. Okay, 7 of coins is connected to Taurus, and Taurus here is in Saturn. What I feel is that if the card is upside, right, or is the right way, it's saying that you're sitting here and you are recognizing the fruits of your labor, of how hard you have worked, because Saturn is inside of your life, because it's here, Saturn and Venus, right, opposite. So that's what makes you also so orderly and conform and concrete and solid. So there is this crazy switch between feminine and quite masculine, but it is the dark is the feminine and the light is the masculine. So Venus all of a sudden becomes masculine and Saturn becomes feminine. Saturn is also connected to our past, but also to the elders, to the people that have come before us. And of course Saturn is ruled by Capricorn. So Capricorn, as we know, is very much the dark side, right? The dark month. And so Saturn in Taurus is letting you know that you are a little disappointed, right? And that you working, and maybe you have come to a place where 7 is Netzach. But Netzach is always connected with a higher spirituality. So there is a teaching in this. There's a teaching in this loss or in this sadness And you see, here's the drops, but here are the fruits. They fall from the tree as well. But because it's reverse, something is not there yet. That's what the native Indians say, is that when the card is reverse, this meaning, the meaning of this card is not there yet. Now, she has a reverse meaning put in here. Let's see. Being bored, being careless, being lazy, and feeling like a loser. Right now, with this, it's telling me that for me, because of the sadness, is that you acted maybe a little careless, and that you think that you that you didn't reach the goal that you really wanted to reach, right? You are disappointed at yourself, and you are hoping that you would be at a better place that you are right now. But you can still jump through the ring of fire. Jumping to the ring of fire is the Knight of Wands, which is a Sagittarius. So either Sagittarius is coming and saying, hey, come, move forward, let's go. Or you yourself are collecting the energy of the Knight of Wands. This is fire and fire, because all the knights are fire, and of course he's fire. He's fire and fire. And I think this is what you need to dry all these tears, right? But also remember, the tears will nourish the earth, will nourish where you're walking on, where you're going, will nourish also the tree, so that actually this fruitful tree is letting you know, hey, you are able to collect these fruits and these flowers and eat them. If it's upright, it says you are working, you're planning, you have invested, you are getting the fruits, you're getting a gift, right, from nature, and you're also part of the evolution in the sense that you're tending the garden. I mean, here you're tending it, but something has made you so heavy that it pulls you down. So now you have a knight that's saying, hey, come. Yeah, you see that? Come, let's jump. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of this. Right? Something heavy here. So sadness is important. Sadness is washing away what wasn't working anyway, right? Washing away what is saying you got to move forward. Because look where you're jumping into. You're jumping into the Magician. You're jumping into creating your next adventure. Creating your next wherever you want to go. Because the Magician is giving direction to the seed. The Fool is the seed, but he doesn't know what kind of seed. He just starts, right? He starts growing. He doesn't know where. He doesn't even care which path he takes it. He just grows, hopefully towards the light, right? But he is giving direction to that seed. He's saying, okay, what kind of seed do I want to be? Seed of water, seed of earth, seed of fire, or seed of air? And here, obviously, the fire aspect is very clearly awakening in you and saying, I got to get away from this. See that? Obviously, right? I got to jump. I will find out what made you get into, because this is a big gap. There needs to be a card in between, right? We're gonna look. So you're jumping into the Magician. Wow. And look at the Magician. Look at the card. They're really beautiful, these cards, right? I mean, she really did a great job. And it's exactly the hand that says, here I am, moving up. Something is moving me up. And it's this Magician that's able to give a direction or a point of view so he can see from a higher perspective. There are 8 little white dots connected to the card number 8, the infinite, because everything is infinite, right? So you jumping into, you taking a leap of faith into the Magician, into taking care of your own things. It's time, right? When I look, of course, at this, I think it's time. And when I think of this, it's normal that it's reverse, right? Because it's also saying you gotta change perspective. And I just read in the Living Kabbalah, because I'm studying now the Tree of Life, which is all the 10 numbers are connected to, is that the Tree of Life is actually growing upside down. And it's saying that when the Tree of Life is growing upside down, that the roots are up in the air and the fruits are down in the earth, is that the roots are not in the earth, the roots are in the spiritual teachings. The roots are when we get this information coming down, then we can bring it back up with the fire, with that conscious action through the 3 stages. You see that? So when it's upside down, it's saying, yes, the roots are up in consciousness. And so the active fire, the active, okay, I come back up. I was down there. I was down there. I was crying. I was letting go. I was like, right? You let go and you actually allowed the roots to be up in consciousness and the fruit of your actions buried down almost again in the reverse. So that made you go and jump. And where did you jump? Of course, into the Magician, right? Four and 7 is the number 11, your card. This is you. 11. You created this. It's not the other. It's you. You've got to check yourself. There's a circle and here's a circle. You see that? You're letting your... It's almost like you created this, right? And of course, we create everything, but of course we also have to see that our parents didn't educate us maybe properly. A lot of things, right? They're very slippery, these cards. I just used them with you. This is the second time I'm using them. I did the German reading already. So the Magician is, of course, that moment that we realize we have the power within ourselves to create a new beginning. It's within you. And this enthusiastic side of jumping is good for you because it's you need that. Queen of Wands. No, King of Wands. Now this is interesting. In this deck, she gives to all the kings a female version. And obviously this is the female version, right? So you are learning to become your own King of Wands. But again, it's reverse. So again, you're letting not something come to you that wants to come to you. Some clear, decisive decision to step into the world and to say, here I am. It's almost like you're losing your power, right? It's like, or it's, of course, it's like, okay, it's calming down. You see that? It's calming down. Maybe you do need to reverse. You do need to let go. Reverse. Dominance. Weakness to lead. and not be wanting to be with what is, right? When you not accepting what is, then you go against it, right? You like, I don't like it, and you know, understanding that that you have to step up, right? Because she's the one that leads with this wand the magic into the world. She is charismatic. She is standing here. She is saying, look at me. I am a female king. But you're not. So you decided to jump into the magician, and for some reason you need to become stronger to decide now what you want to do with this fire, because it's, as you can see, this is the Knight of Fire, and the Knight of Fire evolves through the magician and should become the King of Wands, right? Or the fire, the King of Fire. But for some reason you're not allowing that to happen. You giving up authority, you giving up. You wish you can create, right, this magic step. Queen of Cups says, of course, heal, and you will heal that aspect, right? It's important that you heal it, because if not, it will just repeat itself. And she is Cancer. So you dive deep and again heal through this letting go, right? Through letting go of the Seven of Pentacles, right? And of course then you make that jump, and for some reason again you're a little bit like hesitant, you're like not really sure, should I not, but you gotta heal that, because this is interesting. The next card is the King of Cups. So here you are having the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups, which is a Scorpio, Cancer and Scorpio. And you got to go deep into your emotions to see what is here that created this sadness, right? So really dive in, let go, allow the emotions, right? Maybe that's why this is reverse, right? Not anymore in this like I know everything and no, you let go and you become emotionally open. So I want to get one card between, one oracle card between the Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. What is it that made you go? So again, it was reverse. Upside is to be so close to the sky, but she's up and the sky is down. You see? Now when it came upside down, it's actually the sky is up and she is down there and she reaches. So this is making me realize that you needed this. You needed this reverse situation. You needed this cataclysm that happened to you in this relationship. You needed to realize, okay, I need to work on things. I cannot wait for no one to take care of me. I need to take care of myself. And here, this card, so close to the sky, and you see how here are 5 birds. So when we go down, we let go, but we inhaled the new. When we go up, right, we let go in a different way, and we are empty, but we're up. And that's what the card's saying here. This reverse is not really a reverse. It's like, this is reverse. And when I put it reverse, it's again right. And you realize the difference between, there is no reverse, there is just black and white, and there is a game, there's a play between all these energies. Hair is an antenna. Hair is connecting. It's beautiful, right? I mean, I'm fascinated. I'm working with them for the first time. So this made you realize something, right? Made you realize, I gotta move forward. I gotta jump. You did jump, and you jumped into the Magician. You jumped right into the Magician. You took that step. You said, I'm going. Then, of course, you reversed the woman. That's the King of Wands. The female King of Wands. You reversed it, and you're like, here, maybe I was too strong. Maybe I was too, yeah, maybe aggressive. And here the double healing of male and female is happening right now. The Cancer and the Scorpio. And of course we have tomorrow a Scorpio full moon. And in that Scorpio full moon you will see a true healing is coming to you. And what's happening? The Page of Wands. So you see, again, you need to let go to begin fresh, to see things more details, to see things and be conscious about everything is interacted, everything is connected, everything needs each other, and here you begin fresh. That's why you had to let go of this one. This is not good for you, because if it would be up, it's making you not a good person. It's making you maybe not, an angry person. This is let go of that. So here the young generation begins fresh and new again. Okay, you really, again, I had also in the German Libra was an intense reading, but that's what it is. That's the reading. Again, remember, coming up and down, and of course, stay in your center. Don't be too nitty-picky, but still come from your heart. If you balanced, come from the heart, never from the mind, right? Bring that. That's why I also turn it upside down, right? And of course, this is the Wheel of Fortune, right? Sagittarius is connected to the Wheel of Fortune. So to Jupiter, right? The wheel that's turning. So, just see that everything is spinning. The wheel of karma is spinning. Everything is coming and going all the time. Well, then thank you so much for watching. Namaste.